My name's Erick Rodriguez, from Twin Wolves Martial Arts Academy in Harker Heights, Texas. Originally from Chicago, Illinois. I'm a United States Army soldier, and I'm a professional Brazilian Jiu Jitsu competitor. So all throughout last night and this morning, checking my weight every half hour, 45 minutes, I swear. I probably woke up 5 or 6 times last night, checked my weight. I woke up this morning, I was 9 pounds under the allotted weight limit, so I knew I could have a little bit to eat, have some water, and I was good to go. I woke up feeling great, hopped in the shower, and then I kind of just chilled, and I like to relax and kick back, not think about too much in the morning on the way to the event. So that by the time I get to the event, you know, my nerves are starting to go, I'm starting to get that little bit of adrenaline pump, and I walk into the venue, and it's like flashbacks to combat, right? I could smell the mat. I could smell the sweat. I hear people screaming. You can hear the bodies hitting the floor. You can hear everybody cheering. You can hear coaches yelling. I hear Portuguese, I hear Spanish, I hear English. It's all over the place. But that, to me, it feels like a faraway home. That's so much closer than being at war. So it's like another home for me. So as soon as I start hearing that stuff and that familiar smell fills the air for me, I start to calm down and relax. Once I'm calm, it's over. Came in, changed into my uniform, you know, walked down there, checked my weight. I was good, had a little bit more water and started stretching out. I don't like to warm up too much before a fight. I don't know why, I've just never been that way. I don't want to change up what's been working. After my warm-up, I check in at the bullpen, and then I wait my turn. As soon as I see my first opponent, most of these guys I don't know. I like to think I compete a lot. I compete probably a moderate amount compared to everybody else. But once I see my first opponent, I just kind of get a look at him, and my training partner Les broke it down for me, and it's worked for me so well. For my mental game, it was just look at this guy like it's a complete insult that he thinks he's allowed to be out there with you. And I do, and it works, and it works for me. So when I'm in a box, my head's in 1,000 places. And like I said before, it's like being brought back to combat. Being in here brings me back to another spot. So when I'm in that bullpen, the things that are running through my mind, I don't think about jiu-jitsu at all. I think about my biggest motivators. I think about my sons. Yeah, I knew so. Okay. So I think about my biggest motivator. I think about my boys. And the example that I want to set for them, hard work. Hard work outdoes talent. Hard work outdoes natural abilities. Hard work will outdo anything. If you got the balls to get in there and bust your ass, put in the work, there's not a thing in the world that can stop you. And that goes for everything. So I think about my kids. I think about my girl that's just sitting at home. I think about her kids and the things that I want to do for them. I think about where I want to be, where I want to go with this. And then I think about all the other places I've been and the shit that I made through. I mean, I've survived war more times than I can count. Stupid decisions, bad situations, and I've always come out, and it was always because of hard work and everybody around me. My team here is just like my platoon out in the shit. I trust those guys. They put me in a place where I can do things that I never thought I could do. So the whole reason I could win out there today and every other time is because of everybody around me, my coaches and my training partners and my family. They're always there. They're always the one. My family, they're the ones that put me where I need to be. And they're always going to be there whether or not I'm on that mat or not, whether I do good or not. They're the same people that are going to be there every time. Their support is never gone. It's always there. So once I get called up from the bullpen and I'm on deck and I'm standing out in front of the mat, everything calms down. I tune out everybody around me. I listen for my coach Jameer's voice, and that's the only thing I can hear in my head. I don't hear shit else. I get tunnel vision. It's like being in a firefight. It's that focused chaos that there could be a million things going on around me, but my mind is in one spot. So I can hear Jameer, and I can hear him talking to me. He didn't even have to talk loud. I can hear his voice. He's already telling me, calm down, you know, remember your grips, remember your positioning, be first, be first. And that's all I hear in my head, you know? And the referee is gonna stand there, he's gonna look at me, he's gonna call my name, he's gonna tell me to move up, and then everything stops. My focus is straight on that referee. I walk up, I shake his hand, and I turn. And I just wait for my victim to be in front of me. That's it. So when I say I want to be first, it means I want violence of action. I want to be the guy controlling all of that action, all of that violence. I want to be digging for those submissions first, because like I said, if I'm thinking about what I'm attacking next, or what I'm doing, he's got to worry about defending, and he's got to worry about what I'm doing too. So I can be 4 or 5 moves ahead of him before he even catches up and figures out where he wants to be and what he wants to do next. First match, we were playing the grip game a little bit, and my opponent, he went for some sloppy single legs, and I don't really play that game. I'm not gonna let somebody half-ass me. So I stayed up and I started to do collar dragging. And basically what my collar drag does is, what my intention is to throw my opponent off balance. So it forces him to stand straight back up so that I can get my hips in and I can throw it. Unfortunately, as soon as I started my collar dragging, he pulls guard on me. So by pulling guard on me, he concedes he's not getting the takedown, but he wants to get to the floor right away. And he feels like he's got some techniques he can use to take top position. That didn't really work out for him. I believe I got some points for the takedown because I controlled the legs and I landed on top. And from there, it was just hard work. I went to pass the guard. I went for my favorite passes, an over-under pass. One leg under, one leg over my shoulder, and I go for my pass that way for some points, and that goes into side control. And he was a really strong guy, so he was using a lot of his strength to try to get me out of position and to get me to do what he wanted me to do, which didn't really work out for him. I tried to use better position to maintain control and to kind of dictate what was happening with the fight. I know I would have had more points, but I got called for stalling for some reason, because my opponent was working to get out of where we were, and I was working for the control. So, hey, you can't leave anything in the hands of the referees, right? Or the judges. So you gotta take the results yourself. That's my fault. There was a point where I was working for a wrist lock on the underside. I had his arm, and I thought I had it pretty good, but he was strong enough to buck away and get out of there. And then we were playing this game of getting back into half guard and passing half guard, getting back into half guard. There was a point where we had to restart, and he had me in butterfly. Again, I went for my favorite over-under pass because you could do it from butterfly as well, and I crushed his guard. His guard he had no guard for me, so I did very, very well against my first opponent. I tried to get that submission. I ran out of time when I moved into the mount again at the end. Overall, I believe it was like 14 points to 0, 13 or 14 points to nothing. So I dominated him in that first match. So an advantage to being a bigger dude, a lot of guys like to play half guard. So they're only controlling one of my legs with both of theirs. And that's my favorite, it's my favorite place to be. It's the way I play guard. So you're not gonna play my game against me. I don't play that game. It's not how it works. So once these guys get in half guard and they feel comfortable and they feel like they can move, I just dive in and I do what I do. My favorite pass is the over-under pass. Between that and over-under pass, I like the double under. So I'm gonna go for that every time. Sometimes I'll get lucky enough for knee cuts, but my number one pass, my highest percentage pass is probably my over-under. I'm gonna get it. If I hit my over-under, I know I'm getting a side control. And if I get to side control, you're either giving me your back or I'm gonna take that arm. One of my favorite submissions is Kimura. I'm gonna get a Kimura if we're at the same level or whatever. I'm getting that arm. If you don't want me to get that arm, I'm gonna force you to give me your back. And once I get your back, so once I'm on your back, I'm going for collar chokes and bows and arrows every time. So once I know I'm going to the podium, it's a relief. My body starts relaxing, and then the adrenaline's done. So I'm starting to get a little sore. I got a little bit of cotton mouth. Mouth's dry. I need some water. I'm hungry, but it's a relief. Then I get up. I get to the podium, and I get my medal, and I'm happy. You know, I've been working hard. I work hard. Every day I'm in the gym, I bust my ass. I'm on the mat until I can't go no more, you know? The only reason I stop is because I can't move. I'm tired, I'm done. And then I think about today I mean, we're at the San Antonio Open now. It's December 2nd, 2017. This is the last one of the year. And now I'm thinking, when I'm up there, I'm thinking about the whole entire year, where I've been, what I did. You know, I came back from a deployment. I went to California, I competed in Pan Ams. I got crushed. You know, I won my first match, I got crushed my second match, and I was eliminated. So that killed me emotionally. I worked really hard for months and months and months to do my best there, and my best wasn't good enough, so it didn't work out. After that, you know, I looked forward to the Austin Open over the summer, and so I worked super hard. I was able to get a gold medal there, and then this is the last one of the year, so I busted my butt to get a gold medal here too. But I mean, I had 2 pro fights in between, back to back. I fought at Fight to Win Pro in September, and then I fought at Texas Submission Hunter in October. So my whole summer was just nonstop training, competing and training. And it's been a good year. I've had positive results the entire second half of my year. I took my loss, and my loss helped become my motivation to bring my entire year into a win. And that's just what you gotta do. So I lost at the Pan Ams. I won my first match. I dominated my first opponent. I ended up closing out that first match with the omoplata at the last minute. I worked really hard, and it was a good match. My opponent, he was a really good dude. He had skills, but they weren't up to par for me. My second match, I lost to, I'll never forget this guy's name. His name's Joe Warren. He trains at Jiu Jitsu. The name is stuck in my brain. I'll never forget that name, because I know at some point I'm gonna compete against him again. That day, I know I'm better than the way I performed that day. He put me in full guard, and he controlled the entire fight and won by a couple points. It wasn't even that big of a gap, I don't think. I think it was like 4 points or something like that. And I know I'm better than what I did that day at that moment. Joe Warren's a good dude. He went on to submit every one of his next opponents, and he became the Pan American champion. So on one hand, I felt terrible that I lost. But on the other hand, I lost to the best guy in the world at the time, you know? So I was devastated. Emotionally, it crushed me. I was so disappointed in myself. I felt like I failed everybody. I felt like I failed my kids. I felt like I failed my coach. I felt like I failed my team. I felt like I failed my girl back home. I just felt like a total failure. And I went out that night, and I got hammered. And it was stupid. I was in Huntington Beach. I tried picking a fight with a UFC title contender. It was dumb. I was terrible. But I got up the next day. I took my hangover like a champ. I came back and I watched some good jiu-jitsu, and I got back to Texas, and I busted my ass in the gym. I made sure in training, every one of my training sessions for weeks, I've told my opponent, you know, my training partner, put me in full guard, put me in full guard, put me in full guard. And I just worked on passing full guard for a long time. That's it. That's all I did. Pass full guard, pass full guard, pass full guard, until I felt like I earned it back. I'm never gonna have that medal. Pan Am's 2017 is already over. I'm never gonna get that back. But I use that as fuel, you know? I don't like to lose, because in the business that I've been in for the last 15 years, if you lose, you die. So I'm very, like, ingrained with that thought in my head, like, you don't lose, you don't. You can't do it. So I use that to push me further and further, and it's helped me close out the year on nothing but victories. So Joe Warren, if you end up watching this, thank you. You're a former Marine, Semper Fi. I appreciate your service. I appreciate being a great opponent. You made me win all these gold medals. So I hope to face you again in the future.